To quote an old guy in an old video game commercial, Lara's back. Tomb Raider. The prequel slash reboot of the Tomb Raider franchise has a new actress playing the titular character. Elisa Vikander. Basically, she's a Swedish lady, a Swedish actress. And she's playing a Lara Croft at the beginning of her career. And similar to the backstory of the original Tomb Raider movie, she's looking for her dad. She's always looking for her dad for some reason. Anywho, this actress plays the part fairly well. You can see shades of Angelina Jolie's portrayal, but this is a Lara at the very beginning. She's skilled but untested. When she gets in over her head, you could tell she's a little scared. But that's not going to stop her. She gets into situations that would traumatize a normal person, and you can tell she's a little traumatized. So I thought Alicia did very well. As for the villain, I thought he was okay. He was sort of a mix. Like a typical video game bad guy, but bits and pieces of his backstory showed up, and they, along with this weird look in his eye, told me that he wasn't a typical gleefully evil villain. His hands were tied by whoever was controlling him, and he felt a little bit of inner turmoil. Granted, he deserved everything he got, but I did sort of feel sorry for him in the end. Similar to the Black Panther villain, he had enough depth to make him more than just a typical bad guy. I thought the actor did very well. As for the background characters, they added so much with the little bit of screen time each one got, and none of them really bogged down the film because they needed to keep it as tight as possible. This is a 2-hour film, folks. It didn't feel short like a really good movie would, but it wasn't bad. It took a while to get to where it was going, but the time was well spent. You got just enough backstory, just enough slow moments, and plenty of action, and it was all grounded in reality. I even figured out the secret of the so-called tomb, or the so-called secret of the tomb, very early in the film. But I still enjoyed the twists and turns the story took. The payoff was good, and even the sequel baiting was good. Honestly, I have plenty of speculation about potential sequels, at least concerning more of the villain's development. Not development. Well, I can't really spoil it, but let's just say there was more to the villain that could carry over into the next film. At least one more. The action was mostly practical. I mean, some of the stuff was obviously CG, but that's only because it had to be CG. For the most part, it was practical, and it really helped. Every time Lara got injured and whatnot, you felt it. I felt like I was with her on the adventure, not just playing a game. And the way she reacts to certain situations, I would have reacted the same way. except for one part that I'm not going to spoil, but then again, I'm not her. Overall, I thought this new, technically old because it's a prequel, Tomb Raider respected the franchise. And it made Lara Croft into more than just big boobed eye candy. She was a person. She was someone young people could look up to. She had weaknesses, but she looked at those weaknesses and said, yeah, I can get over them. And honestly, I'm hoping this version of Lara will be as positive a figure in fiction as Indiana Jones was in days gone by. This is Mr. J signing off and reminding you, if you find something that someone wants you to burn, burn it. Trust me.